Welcome to the Town of Monroe Planning and Zoning Commission, November 17th, 2022 meeting. It is 7 p.m. Please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And thank you. Next, call the roll, starting on my left.
Ooh, curveball.
Oh, sorry. Nicole Lupo, alternate commissioner?
Nothing.
Robert Westland, Commissioner. Vernon Mahoney, Vice Chair.
Leanna Brozick, Commissioner.
Brian Condon, Commissioner.
Dominic Smirglino, Alternate Commissioner.
Rick Schultz, Town Planner.
Sarah Stroud, Recording Secretary.
You. Next on the agenda is general public participation. If there are any members of the public, either in person or online, that would like to comment or make any business known to the Town of Monroe Planning and Zoning Commission that is not related to any applications before us, this is the time to do that. Are there any members of the public that would like to comment? Seeing none, we have no public hearings. First matter of business, a previously approved excavation and filling permit application, EFP 2022, file number, this is 909 Main Street. This is our action to rescind an approval that we had previously granted. Apparently there was a technicality where the abutters were not all notified, which is a legal requirement. Right, Nick?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, members of the commission. The commission approved the filling and grading permit on October 6th, 2022. And the applicant went ahead, posted a bond, preparing the site, as you know, for economic development. Staff then received my first call about a month ago and asked me to look into the public notifications requirement. I consulted the applicant who was here tonight, and it was determined that not all of the proper notices went out, which is a Monroe zoning regulation requirement, not a state statute, but a Monroe zoning regulation requirement. Consulted with the applicant. We felt it was in everyone's best interest to have the commission rescind it and start over. Applicant has resubmitted a whole new application, and that will be heard on the December 1st public hearing. By the way, we have 4. This will be one of the 4. So, Mr. Chairman, having said that, and the owners are aware of the item tonight on rescinding it, they are pleased that it is going in that direction, and they will be attending the December 1st meeting, and the applicant has already submitted the notification confirmation requirements.
Was there a complaint from one of the abutting neighbors?
Yes, that they wanted to speak at the public hearing.
Okay.
So a motion and a second and a roll call, Mr. Chairman.
Do we have a motion?
Motion to approve the,
To rescind
to rescind the,
FP.
okay. You want to finish it off for me?
I thought you were struggling for the number.
I mean, now I am. Motion.
Last time you looked at me and I lost my train of thought. Remember?
So I make a motion to approve the rescinding of EFP 2022-01, file number 108909 Main Street.
Okay.
Second.
We have a motion and I have a second. Is there any further discussion?
No, sir.
If not, I'll call the roll, starting on my right.
Condon, yes.
Ambrosi, yes.
O'Reilly, yes.
Mahoney, yes. Westland, yes.
Okay, motion passes. Next, we have no deliberations or determinations. We have 2 new applications. You want to tell us a little bit about those, Rick?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, the 125 Garter Road is the result of a cease and desist order I might add, it's currently before the Inland Wetlands Commission. This is filling and grading, similar to the 909 Main Street process. 467 and 485 Pepper Street, these are the same owner, and that's the Grasso property where the staging is taking place for the Pepper Street reconstruction. Now, you will be receiving, or if you have already received the applications, I can't remember. The Grasso has a current approval for a recycling facility indoor. They have since acquired the property to the east and want to shift the building to the east as well.
The non-existent building?
The non-existent.
That should be easy.
They did the retaining wall. And so it is a significant change. It's a new application as it should be. It could not be a modification. So these two are the submission as a direct result from the cease and desist order. Solely Engineering was here and addressed the commission at the last month's meeting and said these applications will be submitted. They went to wetlands first. A lot of discussion with the wetlands if you watch the video. So these are two. Mr. Porco's application is three, and then we have a fourth. So we have 4 hearings on December 1st.
Rick, a question. Yeah, I got a question. You said they have recycling permit. They don't have a recycling permit over there. No, they have, all they got approved for over there was to put a crusher
Right.
in a building to crush just rock. That's all they had an approval for. They didn't have an approval for anything else.
No, you're absolutely right. Let me clarify. It's a state-of-the-art enclosed building that does all of the crushing as opposed to doing it outside.
The crushing of rock, not any other material. I know what the approval was. I just
Yeah,
want
we
to be
did
clear
that.
with that. Yeah, we did that.
Bill was here at that time.
Bill was here when we did that.
That's right. That goes back
Concerns about what we're going to allow in
Wow,
that.
that was that long ago, huh?
Yeah, it was a
a
while.
long time ago.
And they never done anything.
Well,
They did
are
nothing over there.
crushing, but they're
They
just.
did crushing, but they never put the building up or none of that. Okay.
All right, moving on to other business. We have before us the minutes from November the 3rd, 2022. Everyone has a copy. Chair will entertain a motion to accept the minutes as drafted.
I make a motion to accept the meeting minutes from 11/3/22 as drafted.
Motion, need a second?
Second from Ambrosi.
All right. And discussion. Take a look.
I don't have any questions, sir.
Are there any other questions or
No, sir.
is that needs to be done? If not, pull the roll, starting on my right.
Condon, yes.
Ambrosi, yes. O'Reilly, yes.
Mayne, yes.
Westland, yes.
Motion of the the ending meeting minutes have been approved. The business number 2, we have the 2023 meeting schedule. Everyone has a copy, a hard copy. It's also on the website. So we're going to be doing basically 2 a month, except for the summer and December, since the second one comes close to
Christmas.
Christmas.
And Mr. Chairman, as you know, if you have to get a special meeting in, the commission will call it.
Yeah, I'm probably going to miss the July.
Can we cancel meetings if we don't have enough business?
Mr. Chairman, you can cancel any meeting you desire.
Oh, great.
This one.
I think this has to get done tonight. It's-
Oh, that, yeah.
Yeah.
We got to vote on this?
We do have to vote on this. So is there a motion?
I make a motion to accept the meeting schedule for 2023 and January of 2024.
Second.
Woof.
Second.
Condon.
Motion and a second. Any other discussion? If not, pull the roll, starting with Commissioner Condon.
Condon, yes.
Ambrosi, yes.
O'Reilly, yes.
Mayne, yes. Westland, yes.
Okay.
And Mr. Chairman, would you be kind enough to, John Hancock, your copy there, and I'll take it from you before you leave.
Thought it was Herbie. That's from.
All right, so we also have, do we have any correspondence? I have none. No?
No, Mr. Chairman.
Do we have, I don't have a report. Any commissioners have anything to report?
Oh, the meeting's adjourned?
No, I have mine.
We still have one report. If commissioners don't have a report, we'll go to land use report.
Mr. Chairman, all the members have a copy of the recommended text amendments, Monroe Zoning Regulations Subcommittee. Subcommittee met a couple of weeks ago, and we discussed the Main Street Design District and amending the provision dealing with apartment units.
This is just the war
Yeah.
meeting.
The market is asking existing two-story structures in town to allow apartment units on the second floor. Some property owners have said, can we do it on the first floor? The zoning regulations subcommittee said absolutely not. So the issue before the full commission, right now the restriction is 15 acres or more. This will allow parcels with 1 acre or more. It will be restricted to areas that have existing buildings on it. It requires a mixed use, which is apartments on the second floor and commercial on the first floor. It'll be limited to 1 bedrooms. 1 on-site parking for each unit will be required. You will also incorporate a shared parking arrangement as you do right now for multi-tenant facilities. So staff is continuing to work on that. We need at least another 1 or 2 zoning subcommittee meeting to go over the additional details that have to be needed. It is also recommended at this time, now that we're talking about that Main Street Design District overlay, it is of staff's opinion that the commission consider using this zoning tool in the Pepper Street Industrial Park. So that's something that I do want to take up with the zoning regulations subcommittee. As the commission is aware, the market has changed so much that there are hybrids out there, uses that our regulations that are not allowed under our schedule of permitted uses. And as the commission is aware, this is a zone change. If you don't like the use, you say no. The underlying zone stays in place, the industrial zone. This would be an overlay. So it's food for thought over the holiday season, and staff would like to take this up at the next zoning regulations subcommittee meeting. Next issue is
Any discussion on this first, for those that are not, don't attend the subcommittee? Okay, good. Let's do it one at a time. Go ahead.
Yeah, the next issue is the dog care facilities by special exception permit. Currently, we're looking to allow it in the B1, B2, SB2, which is the Stevenson lumber, I1, I2. We need at least a minimum 1,000 feet to a residential area. I think you may even want to increase that. Restrict the length of care for each dog to no more than 14 consecutive days. Provide an enclosed outdoor run connected to the facility, which shall not be occupied after 8 p.m. Start thinking about the hours, especially daylight saving time and now. But as we know, most people do come home from work between 5 and 6, and that is a noise consideration. And the zoning standard for the size is we're using what was used in Trouble, 1 dog per 50 square feet. a 5,000 square foot building would allow up to 100 dogs. So if that concerns you on the number, we'll adjust that 50 square foot per dog. So give that some thought too.
Yeah, that's turning into a kennel now, then don't we have a restriction on
Yeah,
kennels?
kennels are prohibited.
Yeah.
What's the difference then here?
This is
100 dogs,
It's not an extended.
Daycare.
It's a hotel for dogs.
2 weeks.
2 weeks, probably $multi-hundred a day.
It's not a kennel.
No, I'm not against it.
Owners are coming back.
How in the world are you gonna monitor this and know?
Uh, As the zoning regulation subcommittee said, it's all in the details. You may want to restrict it to the industrial areas because they're buffered.
Yeah, I don't think one and B2 is up. You know,
Won't leave.
And it's the terminology you're using, dog care, it's not kennel.
Yeah, well, we're gonna have to be specific. Rob's 100% right. That is very difficult to monitor and maintain
And-
because everything's enclosed, right? So.
Right.
It's not like we walk through every storage unit of every storage place and know what's going on.
And we're using the word dog. Do we want to say pet so it's all inclusive? Because people drop off cats.
As a cat owner, it'd be nice to be able to drop the cat somewhere else.
So you're in agreement?
My son's snake? Not a bad idea. Yeah, I think the pet is a better.
I do too.
There's a need for it. I just know there's also problems that come along with it.
I agree.
So that's a work in progress. I'll be adding the standards, but we had a pretty good discussion on it. There is a need, there's a market need for it.
Inside the MDD already,
Well, the MDD, this could be allowed, even,
right now.
yes. Subject to you saying yay or nay.
We don't really even need,
well, no,
Well, no, you want standards though, Mr. Chairman. You want standards.
That's not right now, that's not.
we don't have an industrial.
People's own, people's
That wouldn't be used for that.
not an industrial zone. Yeah. Is there an application?
No, just staff's getting phone calls.
No, but I'm saying is, that doesn't apply to this because I think we're gonna stick with it. You're gonna hear that, dog.
Mr. Chairman, really what this does is it takes the pressures out of family members in residential areas, especially with empty nesters, when they go to Florida for a month or 2 months, they try to find a friend or a family. This provides another option.
It's only 2 weeks,
Yes.
not 2 months.
For,
Who wants to leave their dog 2 months?
It's done.
Yeah, I think they would have, I don't think that would happen.
I'm not
No, we-
leaving my
I
dog
wouldn't
for
do
2 months.
no, we're talking 2 weeks.
Surrounding towns handle it.
It's just based on the town of Trumbull.
So I want to base everything.
No.
Bad taste in our mouth.
It's a nutty place.
You got some terrible zoning.
1,000 seems very close to me.
Yeah. And the last one is electric vehicle charging stations. As reported to the subcommittee, there's a new state law that goes into effect next year, and it mandates that you have to provide electrical vehicle charging stations. We will treat this as a site plan approval, not a public hearing, but we need to provide the standards, the protective bollards, the locations of where they can go. So all the particulars, just like the shopping corrals. Remember that? They started like 25, 30 years ago, the shopping corrals. They were popping up everywhere and they were problematic because they were like little structures with roofs,
Like photo mats and stuff, you know?
the kiosks.
Yeah.
Remember?
Can we get them to supply those fire extinguishers to the fire department? Fires explode?
Are they special? Fire extinguishers?
I asked him and he said, well,
Oh, the bat, you haven't seen those yet? The fires?
It's a different type of fire.
To put out.
It's a different type of fire.
Yeah. In New York City, you're not allowed to park, you can't park in the garages anymore.
Yeah.
Electrical companies,
That's something we really don't. Oh, with the battery, right?
Yeah.
So you can possibly shut them.
they're all being canceled.
Yeah, but staff is clearly getting calls focusing on grocery stores and larger retail facilities that have multiple
Yeah, but like, I think like Ron,
tenants where people are inclined to park their electrical vehicle and charge it.
yeah, we got to come up with some kind of standards like
Right.
Ryan just said, because, you know, we have to worry about the fire hazard because.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's so, we're gonna come up with some kind of standards.
Yeah, and I'll be referring to.
Fires don't go out with water.
Yes.
So we have to come up with is it more likely for them to ignite during charging than not during
they
charging?
could.
That's one question we need to know.
I don't know that. We are, Bill Holsworth and I will have more information for you. And we're hearing stories, so we'll report on those stories.
Maybe and get.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, great.
But it's mandatory now, first of the year, so we have to deal with it.
Right.
Just like we did with the accessory dwelling unit.
But we could set our own standards.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well, to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else?
That is all, Mr. Chairman.
All right. Then the chair will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second. We hereby adjourn at 7:21.